Just imagine what we can accomplish. That's the ice storm? Huh? What is it? What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all of my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We all planted a lot of good in this town. And so it is with happy heart that I can proclaim,
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits!
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end.
Wow.
There's that ice again!
Right!
If we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything!
Right!
Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again.
I didn't say all that.
No, I don't mean that.
Oh, okay. All right, I was worried.
We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again.
Right. You good?
Please.
We're gonna go right back and try Sly. They run the classic good cop, Sly cop interrogation.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation.
Hey, she said it like I did. Hey.
Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task.
Oh, Beck does it.
With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
Hey, okay, my bad. What? What's going on here? You're that mole will girl. Please call me Beck. Sorry about
Mr.
all
Tolliver
this.
looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
Seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down for the same reason you're here. You are. Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she just thought you needed some backup. She sent a child? What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? Suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, my. I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true. So it turns out we're both here to...
Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
Destroy the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, the old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out that we were going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that'd be. No one will ever know once I finish cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
Sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. There's one more loose end I'll go on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And wouldn't you know, I intercepted an odd phrase in perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? I don't know. So we have a password and nowhere to put it. It's gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
Nice going, Beck. Hey, Beck handled that. She should have been the one we put out first. We should have done that. We should have known. Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver's had candy shelf, but all he sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rolo. Sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. And a good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
You just need to find the hidden meeting. All right. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be cover up? Maybe it's one of those, each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21. N would be 14. Am I supposed to be writing this down? D would be... Ooh. It's an anagram. Nuncreed's drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rolo with amazement.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Rolo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's nude rug store. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Guess we know where to go next. It's dark. How are we going there now? Wouldn't people be suspicious of us going over there? Should we talk to this lady? You scared me half to death. Sorry. Kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? Nope. Got me waiting around like a last slice of pie. I swear that man would be late to his own funeral. Maybe. Uh-oh. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Just caught up with work. Work? You? I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. What do you have to report? This is Insipid Town Festival really about? I think
Gus looked around nervously.
I think Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull strings, installing you as a mayor so you can make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Excuse me? This was your father's town. It's gone, Harris. Is it coming back? Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here to offer to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to him turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. It was just a temporary agreement. The glow can be seen from our darned backyard. They're dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When all this inevitably goes wrong, who do you think they will be blamed?
Harris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change, whether you like it or not. Are you going to choose to be a part of that future? Or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus. You will always be a Gus. Good night, see you at breakfast tomorrow. Aw. It's getting late, children. Hey, got caught? Knowledge, he spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a dang thing about it. I do hate when the villain makes a good point. Where are we going? Oh, Nuncreed. Oh. I lost. Oh, is Dawn in? That's Solomon. Solomon
stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Ew. Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Then where'd you get the candy from? You might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. We might not always have family to rely on. Licorice has never let me down. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot by a person by their choice of confection. Oh, yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. I always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in his stock. He must eat enough for it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold, hard cash. Huh. Well, he's right. It's locked. There's gotta be more clues. Okay, let's see. What about that garbage right there? No, can't just get in between back there. Okay. Over here. No, it's gotta be answers around here somewhere. I was over here. Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nuncreed? No.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That is not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Crin's nude rug store. I mean, underground secrets. The password.
Beck flung open the door and they all squeezed in.
Ooh. All right, let's see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great. Now what? Ah!
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell.
Scared me.
Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate.
Death?
Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing.
Oh, okay, good.
It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Not death. Ooh.
The air was stagnant.
Ooh.
It smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it! That there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth. Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it, though. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the transdimensional conduits from Hank Atomic issue 12 were real? Frollo, at one point or another, he said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a great predictor. It looks like each of these has something written on it. Before I do that, okay, can I scan it, please? No, can't. Okay, can't. This suit has a broken mask, just like the one that you smashed trying to get free. So we found our mystery warehouse creeper. At least found their hazmat suit. It walks like a Nuncreed and talks like a Nuncreed. Let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizer. And a series of tubes. I always said you can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Paul. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late. I guess. Perennial Harvest main office. Ooh. Oh, that's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff. Is she involved in all this? Just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Wow. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. It is. That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Rollo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Rollo, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even touch. I didn't even mow yet. Oh, that means someone's coming in. What was that? Hide. Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Let's get back. Press another button and run in the tube. We caught him. Crap. 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 Awesome. You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password. But they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now, I like my skin. This all stops now, Nuncreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were good friends. Back before.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality. Complications. Life. We're a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were a sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Look, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Shepherd Valentine comes to us. Says he's got an opportunity. He's found something he didn't quite understand. He was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. The thing I could never get to him to understand was it's a lot easier to help people if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick to villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. He begged me not to take Valentine's offer. He said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he still got me saying yes. Oof, ooh, ah. Is there a point to this sob story? Not really. No. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
Oh God. I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you force my hand. Juniper, so she doesn't know about this?
Luca began to laugh.
What? You really don't know? My Gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper. She's been planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival? Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. What? Let's say this isn't the only underground layer we busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps, explosive, and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders.
Ooh.
His eyes were
Ooh.
frantic.
If you don't get off me, you need to tell me what she's planning to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is that she's messing with. Tell me now. She is in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in town square. Fountain. Why would?
A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She knows about the source. The heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and, dear God, she's going to freeze us all. Oh, makes sense now. We all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. That was pretty cool. That did not go how we expected. So, we're totally following him, right? See you on the other side. Good? Yep. I love this town. You got in this town like a day ago. Wow.
Chapter 8.
Ah!
The cold, hard truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view. A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face.
Hold on. This is a part of Luca's dream when he was around the fire and it was cold everywhere and he was looking himself in the face. This storyline is amazing. I just gotta say it. This whole story. That was intense. Yeah. I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like got any on any of us. I feel like we traveled that far. So where'd y'all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow up something out here? Way to find out, I suppose. Gotta catch up to Nuncreed. He went this way. You know we gotta investigate. Already. In the snow. It definitely drags something. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow. No time. Nuncreed's getting away. This is another dimension of Beacon Pines? All up in the snow. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. May not be the most versed on all things Beacon Pines. This does look like some sort of frozen replica of town. Oh, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed's an alien. Rello, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. Source is their base camp dimension so naturally they can keep cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. Final objective: kill us all and the shapeshift into a Beacon Pine citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving. Just gotta make sure I'm not missing anything, yo. Try and get all my charms. Crazy. This is very much a very bad version of Beacon Pines. Frozen.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild.
Oh.
Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not gonna solve anything. If you drop that, you'll doom this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. That's his first name. I know what you've done. You of your co-conspirators. Man, what's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. It's between me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Will told me everything. He trusted you and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Gosh, this is intense. Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas on how to affect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions.
Boy.
The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
Another choice? Oh. Out of all choices, too.
And in the stillness, he began to weep.
I wanted to scream.
It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This will all make sense soon, Luca. Everything will go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see all where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness. She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing
Before
to.
Gran could finish, the ground shook her to...
Oh, this place too. It froze everywhere.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever.
No.
And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene.
No.
In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end.
Oh.
Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from.
Yeah. This was necessary.
Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Wow. I need more charms. I used them all.